Are you? Happy Wednesday. I hope you all are doing really well. Welcome back to my channel. So wonderful to have you here. Hi, if you're new, my name is Ayguen Sahin, and on my personal channel here, I connect mental health with physical health and hopefully being a guidance, bringing you guidance in terms of critical thinking and saying out loud who you are and not be afraid of who you are and show the world who you are and just be yourself and also be empowered, be knowledgeable, increase your self-worth, self-value, right? And just your inner strength. Be a solid, strong person in this world. We so need that. And if everybody in this world would have self-knowledge, self-empowerment, self-love, right? Increase their self-value, increase their self-worth, and be knowledgeable, right? Then I think the world will be such a different place, such a different place. So, and I can be your guide. I do hope that I can continue be your guide for all of those who are following me for some time and, getting so much inspiration and also so much help only with just by watching one video of mine. It really is so wonderful to hear. So if you at any time need a personal consultation with your life path, life guidance, any issues that you have in your life, I can definitely help you. You can book that and one of my links. You can get the links down below, okay? So today is day 24 of my Journal With Me challenge, the 30-day Journal With Me challenge. And what I want to tell you today is about a little bit about more scientific in terms of the benefits of journaling and writing, okay? Because remember that in all of my videos, I was keep talking about the benefits. Like until last 23 videos, I was keep telling you and talking about the importance of writing and journaling and writing and journaling. Even if you can't journal, as I mentioned, you just can have a pen and paper and write a letter to a loved one, write a letter to a fictional person. It doesn't matter. The matter is that you just keep your thoughts out of your brain and keep your mind clear. And also, if you have a problem that you need to solve, if you write it and put it on black on white, black on white or white on black, it doesn't matter. If you put it on paper, you can actually see that as you write, you solve the problem. And two, when you see it on paper, you get your ideas crystal clear and the next steps. Trust me on this. The more you have it in your brain, it is just in your brain. But once you put it down, it becomes true to you, to your own mind. And then you can see how, what pieces are missing, and you get even more ideas. I mean, again, trust me on this one. So put it out. Also, if you have any issues, problems, right? If you put it down on paper, either you realize, wait a minute, it's not that bad, okay? Or you just say, oh my goodness, finally, it's out of me, it's released, okay? Or you just realize, okay, maybe I was doing this, and you can probably see the other side of the story. Or four, you just say, now I got it, maybe I can take these steps. That's so beneficial. also you can just journal and write down your gratitude, right? Remember, I focused for the last 3 years of affirmation, positive affirmations. I have created several card decks, and you can also get the links down below, just to, success affirmations and positive affirmations, I am affirmations. And every Sunday on live, we do these affirmations. Why? Because we have to change our negative mindset into positive mindset to help us to really, get the mind clear and turn our negative thoughts, our self destroying thoughts into positive, to help ourselves, to heal ourselves. So now let me get a little bit more scientific. And the journaling is an action of writing it out, right? Writing just writing by hand, the action. This is a part that affects the prefrontal cortex of our brain. The prefrontal cortex is the very front part of our brain. So I want to show it to you here. So this is our brain, okay? This is our brain. The very front part of our brain is the prefrontal cortex. And this part of the brain is directly affected by journaling or writing with hand, writing by hand, okay? And that prefrontal cortex is also responsible for memory and recall. That's why, particularly if you want to keep your memory, your recall sharp, that part of your brain sharp, especially as you get older too, writing by hand actually increases the effects of the prefrontal cortex of your brain. And that's also why if you speak out loud, if you do a simple math, or if you write by hand, all of these affects the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the memory and recall. That's why if you were paying attention in school, I was personally definitely like that. If you were writing, we were writing a lot. These day and age, I don't know what students do in school, which is, all these laptops and iPads and what have you. The writing by hand is so critical to memorize. We all studied, right? We are old school. We all studied by writing. I mean, I remember in school, we were writing like a maniac. There were no photocopies or anything like that. We were just like pages and pages and pages. We were writing. But writing really helps to memorize all the study, whatever you need to study. Or for me also, the first 100% truth, for me also, speaking it out loud. If you want to memorize, right, a poem or anything that you need to memorize, I personally, if I don't speak it out loud, or if I give speeches, right, I have to speak it out loud and practice out loud. That helps you to memorize the text, the context, the study, whatever you need to memorize. Why? Because of the prefrontal cortex of your brain. And that is again the reason why journaling, I mentioned just before, helps to keep the part of the brain sharp, okay? Especially if you age, that is even more so critical. Memory and recall, okay? And let me also tell you that prefrontal cortex is the most evolved part of the brain, right? And it promotes the higher executive, or it promotes the higher order, or meaning executive cognitive abilities. You know, that's why, you know, our children, if they are constantly on cell phones, on iPads, what have you, on social media, and also young adults, right? If young adults, if they are constantly on social media, on a phone, not doing all of these actions that helps the activity, that helps the involvement of the prefrontal cortex and keep it sharp, we are seeing the age of dementia actually reducing, Alzheimer's actually reducing even further down. Not only that is the highest evolved part of the brain, unfortunately, it's also the most sensitive region of our brain that is sensitive to the detrimental effects of stress exposure. You see, that's why it is more so important to keep that part of the brain sharp. The more you are under stress, listen, how do you see now how it's all connected? That's why I like to, as a scientist, keep things connected. I mean, put the dots together for you so that you can understand the logic behind of all of this, the science behind of all of this. If the part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, is so sensitive for stress exposure and sensitive to the detrimental effects of stress exposure, then we must keep that part of the brain sharp to be able to process everything. And that is the again, journaling. Why? Because if you write it out, then you will reduce the stress. As I mentioned in my previous videos, you will reduce your stress, which again helps the prefrontal cortex of our brain, okay? And I want to share with you 5 skills of the prefrontal cortex. 1, reasoning. 2, as I mentioned before, problem solving, right? Problem solving. Did I just say it in the beginning? If you write it down, you also solve problems, right? 3, comprehension. To keep your brain, your prefrontal cortex sharp, it's also very critical for comprehension. 4, impulse control, right? Write down, calm down. It will all change once you put things in writing. It will all change. Perspectives, your stress levels, how you see things, right? Your impulses will all change. And number 5, creativity and perseverance. Didn't I just say that the more you put your ideas out, you know, you can solve problems by writing it down, but also you can see more ideas and more ideas come. Didn't I just say this in the beginning? So important. Now, what if, as I mentioned in my previous videos, what if you can't journal? Some people also can't journal, like some people can't meditate. I am one of those people. I can't meditate. I just can't. As I mentioned in my previous videos, instead, I walk in the park. I walk around. I just need to walk and be active. And particularly walking, long walks really releases my brain, calms me down, get things off of my brain. Or I get ideas, because the more your brain is off of the stress, it fills with ideas. Okay, so that's for me. Find out what is for you. Is it biking? Is it swimming? Oh my God, swimming. Yes, for me, swimming. If I swim, or even, swim while diving in the swimming pool, not in the sea or ocean, but in the swimming pool, if you go under the water and swim, or just swim along. For me, that's also extremely relaxing. I haven't swum, unfortunately, since, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, or definitely not during COVID, but I really miss that. So swimming is for me like, whoa, really like meditation. It's crazy. And if you can't, again, meditate, if you also can journal, if it's challenging, that's why I create this challenge, right? And putting a certain time frame, that you keep that time every day as a routine, so it becomes a routine. Then again, if you can't do that, write a letter to somebody, write a letter to a loved one, make them happy, make you happy, or write to a fictional person, or write to somebody that you're angry about, that you're angry with, or that you feel upset about, what have you. Just write it out. It will release your stress, and at the same time helps to keep your prefrontal cortex sharp. Okay, so now I want to quickly mention our affirmations for today, our positive affirmation, and also our gratitude affirmation. And that is so fitting, again, particularly for me. I hope it will be fitting for you, for anything in your life that you're going through. For today, it's number 54. I am hopeful. I am hopeful. I hope this was also bringing you hope. Finally, after seeing the science behind of it, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Whatever issue you have in your life today, just say it out loud. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that things starting to be good. I'm hopeful that things starting to be positive. I'm hopeful. In German, ich bin hoffnungsvoll. Ich bin hoffnungsvoll. In Turkish, ben umutluyum. Ben umutluyum. Again, I do have the 78 I Am Affirmations card deck that I created for you in English, German, Turkish. You can get them down below. Okay, I do also have released my Success Affirmations. And my gratitude affirmations is coming. And these gratitude affirmations are particularly for HSPs like me, like highly sensitive people, as well as with power empath, okay? For power empaths. And so this is so unbelievable. I mean, I cannot make this stuff up. As you know, if you follow me for 3 years, every time, especially the last 1 year, in these lives, there are synchronicities, especially yesterday. Watch yesterday's video. It was crazy. And listen to this. Number 23. I am thankful for the ability to release negative energy and emotions, allowing space for positivity and growth. You cannot make this stuff up. I am telling you. Didn't we just talk about this the entire video? Again, number 23. I am thankful for the ability, with journaling, to release negative energy and emotions, allowing space for positivity and growth. You cannot make this stuff up. And if you like this, hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And now I will dive into my journaling, and I will keep it quiet for about 5 minutes or so. And this is my royal journal. I have my royal journal collections helping you to increase your self-worth and self-value. You can get them on Amazon, and you can get the link down below, okay? So okay. So grab your pen and paper. If you don't have a journal, just, you can get any journal, but if you don't have a journal, just get a pen and paper and write with me right now, okay? Whew, this was so good. I really needed this. Put my bookmark that I created. You can get it on my bookstore. I'm sorry, bookstore. Online store. Handmade by me. I have the ones in flower too, and in silver too. Okay, so I hope this was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. If you did like it and if you found it helpful and valuable, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, hit the bell icon and share this with others. Comment down below, what is your experience when you write by hand, and write it out. Also when you speak out loud. Let me know. I'm very curious. So I will see you tomorrow at day 25. Grab a pen and paper and join me. Bye.